Okay, we are live at the Powerlifting America press conference at the Sub-Junior and Junior World Championships here in Romania. And first up, we've got the head coach, John Burford, and the assistant coach, Tom Beal. And first of all, congratulations, guys. The women's Sub-Junior equipped team solidified the gold medal overall for team points today. So great job out there, coaches.
Thank you.
Thank you.
To start with, John, I'd just like to turn it over to you if you have any kind of opening words that you want to say about the team and how proud you are of them and everything like that.
That's really it. I'm so proud of the team. With equipped lifting, there's always it's never really a smooth route, and this week was very evident of that. But everyone responded well. They made adjustments. They fought to have the best day they could have. Everyone fought for their position, and they really represented themselves well. They represented our country, Powerlifting America, their families, and I'm super proud and very grateful to be able to coach them at this level. I mean, it's just amazing. This is really just a great joy in my life, and I'm just incredibly thankful to get to know these athletes and play, hopefully, just a little part of something that hopefully goes down in their lives that is special and that they remember for a long time.
I'm sure that they will. Tom, do you have any kind of opening statement that you'd like to say about the team?
Sure. It's a great honor for me first to assist John in everything that he does and to serve the team in whatever capacity I can. I just want to reiterate what he said. It's a great honor. I'm extremely proud of all these athletes. They're here for a reason because they've earned a spot to compete at this level. And every one of them, regardless of outcome, competed at the level they were supposed to compete at. They all did very, very well, and they represented not only themselves but the USA impeccably. They did very, very well. They took coaching very well, and it's a huge honor for me to be able to help them and help serve them so they can have the best meet that they can.
All right, and then going back over to you, Coach John, do you want to specifically kind of run through a synopsis of what happened today with the athletes that competed today?
Yeah, so today we had a big session for the close out the women. We had a 5-lifter session, which is it's pretty tough for a coaching staff on the equipped side, but the staff did great. The lifters did great. We have Vanessa Shavira out of Perryton, Texas, got second, just had a solid meet. Mackenzie Wells out of Wisconsin, she got off to a rough start, but man, she missed her first 2 squats, and she came back and got her on her third. Just amazing, the mental strength that it takes to do something like that on the world stage. Dej Love, Michaela Forsyth, they were killing it. Dej had a great meet, took home the world championship. Michaela also had a great meet, just barely missed her last deadlift for second place. We tried to get it overturned. I thought she was locked out, but we lost it, but she still did phenomenal. And then Haley Lupo, moving up to juniors, she didn't have a great meet, but she handled herself well, made adjustments, and just kept fighting the whole way. I'm super proud of all of them. And then to round out the guys today, the guys will finish tomorrow, but Levi Cowart lifted today. He had a nice solid meet. 2 really good squats. His third squat, he came up, just got on his toes a little bit, started falling forward. His benches, his first, second, and third all looked like they could have been openers. But it's the most he's ever done in the meet, so can't complain too much. And then his deadlift, we were going to get on the podium, and just lost his balance a little bit. But it was also a PR lift, so I'm really proud of him. Everybody did great today.
Hi, John.
Hey.
So I think everybody knows you've been coaching at the world's level for quite some time now. A lot of people have had the pleasure of being coached by you. Can you run us through how you picked Tom to be your assistant coach, how you picked this coaching staff in particular in Romania, kind of what you were looking for and the assets they bring all together?
That's a good question. I've built relationships over time. I've learned from a lot of great coaches. John Magendie is one. He coached me in college, and I had my best year lifting collegiately under his tutelage. And then he's a legend in Louisiana, so I learned a lot from him. Tom as well. He's always bringing some of the strongest kids to meet. So I guess basically when I choose a staff, I try to choose good coaches from technique, good programs, but also I like to choose coaches who have a good approach with young lifters, because I think that's very important, because young lifters, sometimes, for lack of a better term, they need to be talked off the ledge a little bit. They need to realize that, hey, this setback isn't the end of the world, and then also to reel them back in a little bit when they need to be reeled back in. So I think that's very important at this age, this level. You're dealing with some very high-level lifters, and you got to have a good combination of just being able a technical coach, a game day coach, but also really a psychologist too. And I'm super proud of the staff. I mean, I couldn't do it without them. Honestly, they make me look good. They do most of the work. I just get the credit, when I shouldn't be the one getting the credit. It's all the people around me. It's the lifters. So I'm super thankful to all my staff. Another thing, all the staff, they do this on their own dime. That's how passionate and how much they believe in this, that they're willing to come out of their own pocket to travel to these championships and coach for a week straight, that they're willing to pay for it to come work. And I couldn't be more grateful to work with these individuals, but more importantly, I get to call all of them my friend, as cliche as that is, but it's really true.
Oddball question here. What's your favorite food you've had in Romania so far?
Today, we had some chicken tenders that, I tell you what, they were awesome.
From Crispy,
Yeah, from the Crispy store.
the Crispy store.
I
don't even like chicken tenders, and I ate 11 of them.
Yeah. We don't get a chance to leave the venue much, but that hit the spot today. So that I'm gonna put that down as my favorite.
And there's
the chicken tenders.
a sweet and spicy sauce that was just ridiculous.
John has basically eaten his body weight in French fries this week, but okay, yeah, the chicken were good.
Yeah.
Well, this is for John and Tom, and I guess whoever else in the room is a coach. But John, you got the opportunity to become the official head coach of the first junior Powerlifting America team last year. Can you kind of tell us, how that felt to you, being an assistant coach for so many years? How was it from Turkey to Romania? Kind of what changed? What's the difference in that? All that good stuff.
It was truly an honor. I've never been a person who wants credit, but I'd be lying if I said it's not a good feeling to receive recognition. And to me, that was just being named the head coach for this team is the ultimate recognition. So that was truly an honor. Every day, I really try to think of ways I can do better. I can coach the kids better. I can give them a better experience. I can do better by the staff. I can do better represent Powerlifting America. I'm always trying to improve myself. That's just something, that's kind of my nature, is I'm just always looking how I can do things better. But it's truly an honor to coach this team. You know, I was part of this team when I was a young lifter in high school, and it made a lasting memory for me. And I realized how special it can be. And I just hope to be able to give that back to the kids, you know, and the lifters that come through this program. And so that's really what I strive to do.
Tom, do you want to?
Very simply, obviously, most of it, I would agree and just say exactly what John said, but I do really quickly, I just want to say that as someone who spends an awful lot of time next to John and communicating with him and asking him questions and answering questions and running back and forth for 14 hours at a time, the things that you are hearing him say are exactly who he is. He is a servant. He has a servant's heart, and pretty much what he wants to do is every single athlete, whether he's their personal coach or whether he met them the day they arrived here, he wants them to perform with excellence, and he will do anything in his power to bring that out of them. And I think his coaching staff sees that in him and wants the same thing for the athletes. And I think as a leader, there is nothing better that you can do than to serve your athletes, and that's something that he does more so than anyone I've ever seen. So it's an honor not only to coach the athletes, but also to serve with John all day long.
That was a great answer. Okay, I have a specific question, then I'll have two last general questions for you both. First one is just for John. And this week we saw two times lifters almost bombing out. And actually, I think it was even 3 times this week. And they've all mentioned that you are like some kind of bomb out whisperer. You say something, and I witnessed it at high school nationals with Chelsea Inamore. I witnessed it multiple times here where you've got some magic words that you say. What are you trying to say to athletes when they're on the, right on the edge of bombing out and throwing away the whole meet to get them to go out there and make a lift that they just missed twice?
I think each situation is different. I don't have a script or anything. I just say what comes to me at the time. Like I was saying before, I think, some kids just need to get out their own head. And, I think so in some cases I do that. Some cases a kid maybe has to realize how good he is and kind of get back to that, for lack of a better term, that kind of cocky mentality. They got to be reminded like who they are and kind of what got them there. Equipped lifting, much like life, rarely goes according to the plan. There's always going to be something, whether it's, you don't hit depth, whether the judges are just calling extra strict that day. You have to adjust. And, you can't let one setback, derail your whole meet. You can't let one mistake in life derail your path. You got to reset sometimes. And so I think in those situations, it's just situational. And I guess I've just been blessed that I've come up with the right words at the right time, and I don't know why. I don't know. I don't want to say it's a gift, but I'm thankful that I've been able to do that up to this point.
That's so many little Belichick phrases in there. Situational powerlifting. The other question I had for both of you is, what is the most enjoyable and most fun or most rewarding aspect, and then what's the toughest aspect of being the head coach? And even if you just want to look back at like this week so far, like what stands out to you as like the most fun thing and then also the most challenging, most difficult thing?
I think the most difficult thing is wanting the top level of success for every athlete. You want them to perform. You obviously want them to win. You want them to do everything that they want to do while they are here. And sometimes that's not possible for a variety of reasons. And walking with them or walking them off the platform, meeting them in the back after they don't do something that they want to do, and you have to say something because you just can't stare blankly at their face. You have to address what just happened or didn't happen. That's probably the most difficult thing to do. For me, the best thing, or you want to do the worst thing too, and then we'll do the best thing?
You can do.
Best thing? The best thing is really a combination. It is being able to walk with athletes that I already know, that I have known for years, and help them to achieve something that a lot of times they never think they can achieve. And equally fun for me is meeting an athlete 5 days before they compete and getting to know them a little bit, and then seeing their personality and their character come out during a meet and just having them have a blast and helping them to do that. That's probably the most fun. Besides the fact that I get to be around people who are some of my closest friends all day for like 14 hours a day for a couple weeks, that's a lot of fun.
For me, I think the best thing, besides kind of the meat stuff and how the kids perform and the kids being proud of themselves, I think what I love is kind of down the road a little bit, when I see an athlete at nationals next year and, they're happy to see me or ask me questions or get my opinion. And I guess just something little like that just kind of tells me that, I made a difference. And that's all I ever want. I want to make a difference in somebody's life. And that's really special to me. Yeah. That, honestly, I mean, it's being able to do kind of a good enough job coaching, 36 athletes, because everyone is different. Personalities are different. Some like a lot of coaching, some like very little coaching. Some want to do the meet kind of their own path, and some need a lot of direction. So there's a lot of different dynamics in play. So that to me is really challenging, is how to really kind of target each individual athlete. And I always analyze my performance and, did I coach this athlete the right way? Or, did I coach that athlete the right way? What could I have done different? What could I have done better? So to me, that's the challenging part. That's the thing that, like, I'm constantly going over in my head. Did I do right by the athlete? So that's something I find very challenging. And then obviously, to get away from that part of it a little bit, a challenging part is just the size of this team. It's awesome, but there's a lot of back end stuff, and I always worry that I'm going to screw something up that's going to, negatively affect an athlete. Like, am I going to miss a hotel reservation or miscall a number? I mean, that kind of stuff keeps me up at night.
As a younger, up-and-coming coach, what advice would you give to your younger self 10 years ago? And this is for both of you.
You go.
Okay. Honestly, for me, this is pretty simple. When I was a young coach, and I think a lot of coaches when they're coming up, everyone thinks of a coach as being really hard and, an extreme disciplinarian. And that's not me. And in a couple of my first years of coaching, I've had some athletes that were in very unfortunate situations, who at the age of 16 have gone through much tougher life situations than I ever have at 30 years old. And it was kind of at that point that I just kind of realized that everyone's situation is different. You're going to have people who are in good situations and maybe not mature, but you're going to have some people that are in very tough situations and are extremely mature and mature beyond their years. So I guess what that hit home for me is that I don't know everything. I don't know everyone's situation. I can't relate to everyone's situation, So, but what I'm always going to strive to do is just be the best person I can be. I'm gonna be true to myself. I'm gonna care about people because that's my nature. I care about people. I like people. I'm nice to people, and that's how I try to coach. And I've always felt like my passion for powerlifting and coaching, I feel like that rubs off on my athletes. They see that and they see how much I care about them. And I hope that brings out the best in them. Yeah. So stay true to yourself is what I would, kind of my best piece of advice is just, be who you are. Don't be afraid to be who you are. And I think that is contagious.
I would tell my younger self, John alluded to it a little bit, it took me probably 5 or 6 years of coaching before I applied something that I also teach in the classroom, and I applied it in the classroom a lot, but I never applied it to coaching. And athletes, as well as students, and it doesn't matter whether they're high school students or college students, you hear the expression that they don't really care how much you know until they know how much you care. And when I stopped trying to worry about how much they knew about powerlifting, and I realized that they were a 16-year-old kid that wanted to be good at something, and a lot of it ties into the same stuff that John was saying, but when I got to know the athlete, instead of worrying about them as a lifter, they started caring a lot more about the things that I wanted them to care about. So once I realized that and I applied principles that I used in the classroom, in the weight room, it was amazing how much my kids on my team will do for me and what they want to do because they know how important they are to me. And I see John do the exact same thing. And it's cool to see his team do the same things that we do on our high school teams, and then we bring those concepts here, and you see them played out on a world stage, and it's a lot of fun. But I think it's not just us. I think every one of the coaches that he's placed on the staff has the exact same approach. The kids care because they see how much we care about them. I think that's the most important advice I would give myself or anybody else.
Those are amazing answers. All right, coaches, we're obviously extremely grateful for the job that you've done. It's a very thankless task, and you've done a fantastic job. Congrats again on the performance of the team that you coached to winning the overall world championships for the sub-junior girls and all the other successful athletes that we've had. And we'll bring you back again tomorrow probably. So we'll get you out of there. We'll stop torturing you. You can get up on out of there. And we'll bring in some of our athletes next. So, all right, thank you very much.
Congrats to the sub-junior girls.
Yep.
Nice job.
And
everyone, yeah, of course.
Okay, up next, we've got Levi Cowart, 93 kilo sub junior, and Haley Lupo, the 76 kilo junior. First of all, congratulations both on making it here to the World Championships and going out there and giving it everything that you had today. I want to start with our junior lifter, our most experienced lifter that competed today, Haley Lupo. You're a reigning world champion in the sub juniors, and you moved up, and you had a little bit of a difficult day today. But we're so proud of you, so you can keep your head high. Once you're a world champion, you're always a world champion. So just go ahead and take us through how the day went for you, and what are the lessons that you're going to take away from this, and what are you going to do next?
I am never cutting weight ever again. It sucks. But I felt really good in the beginning of the day. I got, basically, long story short, I only got all of my openers on squat, bench, and deadlift. So, yeah, I went 3 for 9, but I had a way better meet than I did at Nationals because I bombed at Nationals. So I'm, like, hecka satisfied, and I got 3rd in bench, so I'm happy.
Yeah, congratulations on getting the bronze medal on bench. And I think that's a really great, like, you were on top of the mountain as a world champion, and one of the most dominant performances that we saw at last year's World Championships. And then at Nationals, you bombed out. And then now you have a great perspective of, well, you didn't bomb out, so you made some improvement. So where do you think what do you think the future holds for you? And what kind of trajectory do you think you're on? You can start to build some momentum from these World Championships.
I'm not sure. I was planning on taking a break to like let my body rest from equipment, but I don't really know how that'll go. Like if I want to do like a 6-month thing, and I just don't know how I'll feel up to like Nationals next year. So I don't really know how to answer that question for like next year and stuff.
Are you feeling motivated
Yeah, definitely.
coming out of this?
Yeah,
And are you feeling healthy?
yeah.
All right, then. I think you answered it.
I mean,
So-
man, I'm hungry.
Exactly. So, okay, and Levi, you had a really great performance today. I think one that you should really be proud of. Do you want to just kind of tell us what the competition was like for you? I know it was a really fast flight. I think there was only 6 lifters in your flight. And just kind of describe a little bit of like what it felt like being here at the World Championships.
It felt great. I love the opportunity to be able to come and have a great competition against a lot of great lifters, and it was very fast-paced, which to me makes it a lot better because you're not sitting there waiting. Because I don't like wait.
That's great. And kind of take us through. I mean, how was the squat feeling? How did bench go? I mean, you got the gold medal in bench. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And then, you had a very dramatic finish, pulling for placing. I mean, you were in a battle. It was one of the most fun sessions, I think, from all of the coaches and myself being in every single session so far. It was one of the most fun because we only had one athlete for once, and we could really focus, and you were in a battle, like a 3-way battle, and you did everything that was asked of you. So do you want to just kind of take us through, like, how was squat, how was bench, and how did the deadlift finish?
See, squat, bench, and deadlift, everything felt great, unusually great. I think it was the break that I took from working out, and I got my first and second squats. My third squat, I fell forward a little bit, just got on my toes a little bit too much, bent over a little bit too much, and then on bench, everything on bench just went well. Kind of wish we would have gone up a little more, but we didn't know what we were capable of. So. And then deadlift, that last one, I just lost balance.
You were really looking strong, and it was a good battle. What would you say? How does it feel to represent your country on this is being your first time at the international level? You competed at nationals and everything like that, but what did it feel like? How was the stage different being here at the World Championships? And then also, did you hear the crowd cheering for you?
Yeah.
How did that make you feel there?
It was great. It was nice knowing everybody had my back.
What about how did you like being at the World Championships? How was it different?
It's a whole different feeling because it's a lot more lifters than just 50 states. It's countries, a bunch of different countries all coming together to kind of battle it out, see who's gonna win. who's going to have the strongest lifters.
This is for Haley. So we talked a little bit about it in the pregame show this morning, and we talked a little bit about it right now, but can you go through kind of what the coaching approach to Worlds was from after bombing out at Nationals? How did you and John tackle that? What were the steps you took to ensure that didn't happen again and that you kind of came back after facing adversity?
So, if I remember correctly, I think we went into my tighter shirt, right? The 36 at first, yeah. So at Nationals, I was in a bigger shirt, and I wasn't really I wasn't too comfortable in the shirt. It just, my numbers were like super low in it. I didn't feel like myself in it. I don't know. I just didn't feel like Mrs. Bench in that bench shirt. So it was just like awful. But the training going up to Worlds, we got back into my tighter shirt, and the couple of weeks in that, I actually felt great, but I still never really did have a really successful training day for bench. And then we tried some things to tweak the shirt, and then I ended up going back into my looser shirt because it was easier for me to touch my chest. And last minute, literally the night before the meet, actually last night, I tried something and it actually helps my bench tremendously. So about 3 people in here know that I was in my bench shirt last night at 12 o'clock.
Okay, this one's going to be for Levi. What was going through your head during that third deadlift?
I don't know, I really wanted to get it up that way I could be on the podium. And
Can we get a play-by-play?
can you specify?
The flop.
What?
Talk about the fall.
Oh,
The flop. What happened?
I don't know. I just lost my balance. I looked up so I could see what when the judge would tell me down, and I usually don't look up because I can usually hear them, but I couldn't really understand the judges very well, and they called down, and I fell and let go of it.
I have a question. Did you lift in your sunglasses today?
Mm-mm.
Okay. You usually do. I'll just ask.
Levi, knowing how close you came to making it on the podium, what kind of motivation does this give you going into the off season for next year if you decide to lift?
A lot of deadlift.
And bench. A lot of bench.
Levi, what's next for you going forward?
What do you mean?
What's your next competition? What are you looking forward to as far as powerlifting? What's your future going to be in powerlifting?
I'm looking forward to the off season for next year, so I can just really gain that raw strength to be able to just go that much further in my suits.
Okay, are there any other questions? We're going to let them go. Okay, we're proud of both of you, and we can't wait to see you back on the platform again soon. So thank you for your performance today.
Thank you.
Okay, we've got the 84 and 84 plus sub-junior world champions. Congratulations to both of you. We've got Mackenzie Wells in the 84, and we've got Dej Love in the 84 plus. We're so proud that you brought home the gold medals today for the U.S. national team, and you, in doing so, you secured the team victory for the equipped sub-junior women. So first of all, what does it feel like to know that you played a major part in securing that victory for the entire team? And we'll go with Mackenzie first.
Feels good. I don't know. It's exciting.
Okay, Dej.
I mean, it feels good. I won. Feel great. That's about it.
That's awesome. All right. And so, Dej, let's go with you first. Just tell us how the day unfolded for you.
I was nervous in the morning. I ate breakfast. I couldn't really eat. I didn't have an appetite. After, I checked my bags and stuff, I started to feel a little better, got my rack heights. I talked to my mom. We prayed. After that, we went to the warm-up room. I started warming up. I started getting, getting the groove. And after that, it just flew by. Started having a little more fun. I wasn't so nervous.
Yeah. And so tell us, you had a really good day. You only missed one lift, your third squat.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess it was my depth. I didn't get low enough. I mean, I felt like I should have got it, but I guess the judges didn't think so.
And
but
I
was still cool with it. I mean, it didn't really bother me.
Did you hit any PRs?
I hit my bench PR. 2.
And did you hit a total PR?
Yeah, I did. No.
So
I don't know. I don't know. I can't hear.
Okay, and let's go to Mackenzie then. So Mackenzie, you came in as the favorite, and everyone was expecting you to win this world championship. We thought that you were a lock. And then you come out and you miss your first 2 squats and had everyone having a heart attack, basically.
Sorry.
So what happened, and what magical thing did John Burford say to you to get you to make your third squat?
I just wasn't hitting depth on the first 2, but then he told me to move my feet out a little wider and to angle my feet out more so I can open my hips more or something. And I changed that in the last one, and that worked, obviously. So.
Yeah, because all the squat was moving super fast. So it was just a small technique change. That was it.
And RG told me to go as far down as I thought I should, and then drop more. I did that. And it was fine.
Were you nervous?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as a sub-junior, expected to win, the fate of the nation resting on your shoulders. Were you feeling the pressure?
Yeah.
Such a good answer, one-word answer. And was the pressure getting to you? Was it making you more nervous? What was the feeling like in the warm-up room? People coming around you. Were they freaking out, and was that nervousness rubbing off on you?
Not really. I mean, I was nervous, but it was more just I have to do it. There's no you just have to do it. I don't know.
Okay, does anyone else have any questions for these world champions? Yeah.
So this question is for both of you. You've both obviously competed at local and at national levels in order to be here. What would you say, what's the biggest difference to you from having competed at another level and then competing at the World Championships? To you, what is the biggest difference that you can see in this type of a meet?
I would say the pressure of winning or doing good. At home, it's not I'm not really worried about it. I can always go to another meet. But this is Worlds, and it's you got one shot. You get it or you don't.
I would say because, obviously my team and my coach are back at home. It's different not having that support system. Obviously I still have one, but it's, not the same, I guess. Especially not having my coach here is difficult with different knee wraps and, different it was fine, but it's just weird to not have my actual coach there. I mean, I was texting him whenever, but it's just a little different.
So I have a question for both of you. This is your first time being international at a meet. So how was it like being like in the hotel with the food and everything, and like in the meet itself, competing and being around all these other countries and people that you can't understand? Like how did that like make y'all feel any different about like anything?
Honestly, no. I liked it. I'm just weird like that.
I don't know. I like the bread here better than back at home, so I ate a lot of that. The food is fine. I don't know. I don't really care. Same stuff. I don't know.
So y'all are okay with like, you know, the people around you, like nothing, y'all didn't experience anything like
I
that?
mean, some of them are pretty rude, but that's about it. That's like the only thing I've encountered, like rude people just pushing me out the way. I don't like that.
I don't know. We met like the Australians and the New Zealanders, Kiwis, whatever. They were nice. I liked them. I don't know. I didn't like the time change a lot. Kind of messed up my sleep, but otherwise it's fine.
Did y'all sleep last night?
No.
How is it lifting with people you usually compete against? Because I know we compete against y'all at nationals and stuff, or at like state, but how is it lifting with us?
It just feels like a regular meet, to be honest. It doesn't really matter who I go against. I just do what I have to do.
There was nobody like from my specific weight class I had to compete against, so that was fine. I don't know. I didn't really mind it. It's like the same. I don't know, because I mean, like then we're not a team, but like now we are, so it's like I don't know. Suck it up. I don't know.
Okay, a question for each of you. What was the best part of this whole experience?
Do you want to go?
I gotta think.
I don't know. Probably just like meeting new people. Winning was good too. But yeah.
I guess I would have to say winning. I didn't really do anything outside of like being here and lifting.
I liked watching lifting. It was cool to see like nationals is obviously really good, state's really good, but like this is just like the next level, and it was fun to watch like all that different weight classes and all that stuff.
One thing that you two have got to experience now at a super young age that almost no one gets to experience is standing at the top of the podium and getting the gold medal and then having the national anthem play.
Mm-hmm.
What did that feel like?
I was proud. I mean, I'm representing the U.S. That's about it.
Yeah, I was proud of myself. It was, I don't know, it was a cool experience.
And then last one, Mackenzie, what did you do right when you came off the platform?
I bawled my eyes out and called my coach, and I was crying in the bathroom, and a lady asked me if I was okay, and I was like, yeah, I'm great. Just like drenched in tears.
Okay, well, we're extremely proud of both of you. Thank you for your amazing performance today. You're a huge inspiration, and we can't wait to see what you do next on the powerlifting platform. And thank you for representing Powerlifting America. Up next, we've got Vanessa Shavira, a 76 kilo sub junior, and Michaela Forsyth, 84 plus kilo sub junior as well. First of all, congratulations, both of you, on your amazing performances today.
Thank
You represented your country really well, and we're really proud of you. First thing, Vanessa, let's start off with you. Tell us how the day unfolded for you. You finished off in second place, and tell us about all those medals that you got.
Okay, so I woke up early because I couldn't sleep. I hate the time change. And, well, I felt really good going into squat. And I feel like I did pretty good in squat today. My second squat got overturned. Didn't like that, but I did well. And then going into bench, I was really nervous because lifting in Texas, I use bench daddies, and switching into the shirts that we use here, it's really tough getting used to. So my bench is not as great, and I got my first bench only. And then deadlift, I felt pretty good. Warm-ups went great, and I got 2 out of 3, so that was good. Ended up silver with everything, and yeah, excited.
All right, great job. And then Michaela, same question.
I did not sleep last night. Then I went to warm-ups. Going into squat. Squat was the thing I was the most nervous for, about hitting depth and everything. And then squat ended up being like one of my best lifts of today. I hit a PR in squat. And then went into bench. I hit another PR in bench, and I pulled out first in bench. And then deadlift, wasn't really too worried about deadlift, and that just went downhill. So my first one, I fell over a little bit, got on my toes, so then it like dipped down. So that one wasn't good. Went into my second one, I was able to get my second one up, and then the third one went in there, but pulled it up, but I didn't get to fully lock it out. So end of the day, third.
So this question is for Vanessa. Vanessa, I had the privilege and the fun honor to handle and help you backstage and wrap you and get you ready for everything. Now, I've coached a lot of people over the years, and rarely have I seen someone who displayed the calm that you had throughout the day. How do you manage at a World Championships? I must have asked you, you doing good? Every time, fine. Fine. How'd that feel? Good. Every single thing, smile on your face, that was good. You'd come off, good, let's go again. How do you manage to stay so calm when everything is going bananas around you and you're at a world championship? It was very impressive from a coaching standpoint to see you just remain calm and have fun. How'd you do that?
Well, I like to keep my composure and everything, but believe it or not, after the meet, I did have a mental breakdown in the restroom. But just cleaned up and then went back. But like, I don't know, it's just, if I get too excited, I end up jinxing myself. But then if I'm like sad, I don't know, it's just, I have to keep a good attitude and everything.
Michaela, you seem like you have a lot of fun at meets as well. You know, you're kind of have a very kind of happy-go-lucky attitude during the meet. And honestly, that's something I enjoy as a coach. But I guess with that, you know, how does it feel to have your personal coach here, your family here, be able to compete kind of with your teammate from your school? Just kind of some of those little things. How does that add to your experience?
I think it definitely made the experience better because I knew I'd have a support system here from just the USA team in general, but I knew I had like my parents and my actual coach that I've been with for forever, so I knew I would have a stable foundation to be able to stand on with it, which really made the experience a lot better.
This is for both of you. Y'all are both going into your senior years of high school.
Yes.
I'm assuming y'all are going to continue lifting this year. Do you have any big meets on the horizon? I'm assuming you're going to take a little break once y'all get home, but what do y'all have coming up next? Do you see yourself? Michaela's looking at her coach right now, who is shaking his head no. She will not be taking her little break. But do you see yourself lifting beyond high school?
Okay, well, I'm obviously going to take a break, and I'm going to get ready to do my last high school season in powerlifting, and hopefully go back-to-back on state title and make it to nationals again. But I don't know. I forgot the question. Can you
After high school.
After high school, well, I really do want to continue lifting, maybe for a university or college, but it all depends how I feel. I struggle a bit, my back hurts a lot, but I really hope to continue this. It's pretty fun.
According to Jonathan, I am only getting like a 2-week break, so we'll see how true that is. But after this, going into my senior season, so doing the best I can at regionals and then going into state, trying to get another state title and then go to nationals and try to make it back to worlds, because definitely have a lot of fire left in me and a lot of stuff left to prove, and this definitely isn't the end. I'm definitely going to continue on into college, and I don't want this to be the end of it. It's definitely something I love.
Kind of along those lines, what lessons or takeaways did you have from coming here to the World Championships that you're going to improve upon going forward? Both of you, whoever's ready.
Well, never give up. There's always a second chance. And I really hope to come back next year and perhaps win the world title in the junior division, because I'm 18 this year, so.
Wait, what was the question again?
What are some lessons and takeaways that you will use from competing here at the highest level that you can take back home with you to improve your lifting going forward?
I'm definitely the worst critic of myself, so like the deadlift really got to me, so definitely being able to still look at the positives. Like I hit 3 PRs today and I still made the podium and everything, so just using that as my motivation to keep pushing forward and just keep striving and get better.
Does anyone else have any questions? Okay, then the last question that I'll ask is just how special and what did this mean to you to come here and compete at the World Championships? And we'll go with Michaela first.
It was definitely a great honor. I've been lifting since 7th grade, and being on the team in middle school, there was girls that came to Worlds and everything, so I always had them to look up to, and I always knew that that was something that pushed me all the way through all of my lifting, and it was something I definitely wanted to get to. So it was a very big honor being able to come here and being able to lift, and it was like a dream come true.
It was really special coming here, especially coming from a really small town in Texas. I think my coach has sent 5 or 6 to compete here at Worlds, and I'm the first one to get 2nd place. They've all won Worlds, but I really hope to make my little town proud and come back and win.
Well, I'm sure that your little town is extremely proud. And you didn't finish in 2nd because the team that you contributed points for finished in 1st place. So we're really proud of both of you. And with that, we'll let you go. Congratulations again on your huge performance and for inspiring everyone back home. And thank you again for representing your country so well.
Thank you.